Hi, everyone. I'm Stacy Heisman here with Military Spouse Magazine, and I have a special guest today. Her name is Samantha Gassman. Hi, Samantha.
Hi, Stacy.
How are you this morning?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm fabulous. Listen, thanks for carving out a little bit of time today to talk to me about your new book. Military Spouse Magazine is covering several children's authors this month, and we are excited to be able to spotlight you. So let's talk a little bit about yourself. Where are you where are you today? Where are you calling from? Because we all know this is moving season.
Yeah, so we just moved about 2 weeks ago. The moving truck showed up last couple Mondays ago, the giant truck, here to Shaw Air Force Base, South Carolina. Before that, we were at Travis Air Force Base. So from coast to coast, we've moved this time. Previous assignments, we were at Shepherd. We've been at LA Air Force Base. And when I was on active duty, I met my husband at Hurlburt Field. So we've been around a little bit. And then I was in Okinawa, Japan for a few years as well.
Oh my gosh. So you have definitely lived the life and I continue to live. Well, congratulations on a successful move. At least you got your books unpacked. I see
that was one of the first priorities. Yeah. The whole house was in boxes, but the books were unpacked.
The books are right. Listen, you and I are cut from the same cloth. So with that note, speaking about books, regarding books, you are an author of a children's novel, which is really interesting. I know this is not your background necessarily. Tell me what you did prior when you were in active duty.
Sure. So when I was active duty, I was an MC-130P Special Operations Instructor Navigator. So completely nothing related to children's books at all.
Nothing related to children's book. But I will tell you, everyone I've talked to so far says writing a children's book is not easy either. It's not something you fall into. It is something that you really have to have passion for. And you have a new book coming out. So tell me about the book. Give me the title and tell me a little bit about it.
Of course. So the book is called Dear Rainbow Baby, and I wrote it, the very first manuscript, in November of 2019. I unfortunately miscarried in November, and writing was a very therapeutic process for me. And I was just kind of scribbling some notes, and this idea for a story came together. And it had just happened, and so we weren't sure, if we would get pregnant again and what to expect. But I wanted to shift my grieving from being sorrowful to looking forward with hope. And so when I was writing this manuscript, it was for the baby that I wasn't even pregnant with yet. And so it just kind of helped me shift my focus and not dwell so much on what had happened, but look forward and hope again that we could have another child.
Oh my gosh, Samantha, that is such a moving story. And I'm sure it will resonate with many viewers right now. You are not alone in what has happened, and many women don't talk about it. And I love the fact that you wrote a book about, transitioning your grief into hope. I think that is really, really amazing. So tell me how you actually went through the process of getting published with this amazing story.
Well, publishing is a very slow industry, and it can take months, if not years, for books to come to fruition. So in my case, I did not have an agent back in 2019, but I queried with this manuscript earlier, or in January of 2020. And in March of 20, when everything was going crazy, some of the good news that came out of that was I got an agent at that time. Between writing the manuscript and getting an agent, I was fortunate to become pregnant again with what would become our rainbow baby. And so we went on what's called going on submission with this manuscript, where my agent and I submitted the manuscript to several publishing houses in March. And as I mentioned, it takes a while. And so editors, they can take months to reply, or sometimes not even at all. But we were lucky to find out in August that the manuscript had an offer of publication on it. And August was also the due month or due date for my rainbow baby. So the timing was just impeccable. So we found out August of 20 that the book would be published, and it had a 2-year deadline on it. So books take a while to come together because they need to be revised and edited. And then for picture books, you have to find an illustrator, which is the publisher's job. And so they found an illustrator, Tim Lange, who did amazing artwork for the book. He just really brought it to life, and it just brought tears to my eyes to see it come to fruition. It was so beautiful, the way that he portrayed everything. And gosh, I wish I had that artistic talent, but I don't. But so yeah, the book is scheduled for publication on August 22nd of this year, which is very exciting. One, because it's my rainbow baby daughter's second birthday, and also because that date also happens to be the National Rainbow Baby Day. And I can't make this stuff up. It all just coincided on the same day.
Okay, that's literally perfect. This is meant to be. So
I really feel that way. And I just hope that when, parents receive this as a gift or when they buy it for themselves, that, it helps them, because there really isn't a book on the market like this right now, which is surprising to me, because as you said, it is unfortunately so common.
it's very common.
Yeah. And I hope that it'll help folks, look forward as I did, and, look forward with hope.
Well, I can't wait to get my hands on this book because I love this idea. I think it just, as you said, it's kind of just so different. Okay, really quickly, before we go any further, let's find out where can we buy the book?
Great question. So it's coming out from Clear Fork Publishing. They're a small publisher based out of Stamford, Texas, but you'll be able to buy it at any major reseller, Amazon, hopefully Barnes & Noble as well. So you'll be able to find it online.
Samantha, this has been the best part of my morning. First of all, congratulations to you and your book and your rainbow baby's second birthday coming up.
Thank you very
give
much.
us all hope, and thank you so much for sharing your story. It really meant a lot to us. All right, thank you very much, everybody. I'm Stacy Heisman from Military Spouse Magazine with Samantha Gassman with her new book called Dear Rainbow Baby.
Thanks you, Stacy.
Bye bye, everybody.